There's Westlife on Magic in the Morning, 8:36 on our clock and 58 degrees on our thermometer. And we're going to add, who knows, 20, 25, maybe even 30 degrees to that temperature. More on that through the afternoon. Our focus is good policies. Mike Barrett joins us and has for quite a while now on our Tuesday mornings to talk about your insurance needs with Barrett Insurance. Good morning, my friend.
Howdy ho, how we doing?
We're doing good. We both got coffee. That is coffee, right?
I'm not telling you what that is. You're on a need-to-know
Here.
basis, my friend, and you don't need to know.
Well, let me taste. No, okay.
No, I drove here, so yes, it's coffee. So
Okay, that's good. All right, so we talk about good policies. Something I've learned from you, Mike, is just like everything in life, the difference is always in the details. Ever heard that expression?
Always, yeah.
And we've talked about this quite a bit, and I can't remember the last time that we talked about you being contacted by a client saying, hey, I got a new car, and that's all they tell you.
Yeah, that happens a lot, by the way.
So let's hone this in. Let's funnel things down and focus on the details, the things you, as an insurance provider, need to know.
Yeah, details definitively matter. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we need the information so that we can properly assess your risk and properly write your insurance. And the example you give, Jeff, is actually a really darn good one. I get it a lot. Hey, traded vehicles, here's the one I got. Okay, great. So you gave me the VIN for the new vehicle, but I need to know, is there a loan or is there a lease on that vehicle? What day did this transaction occur? Because there are multiple vehicles in your policy, which vehicle did you trade in? I need to know all of that, because I can't assume, because if I assume, I could assume wrong, take off the wrong vehicle, not put the right coverage on, and not list the lien holder or the leasing company appropriately. So I need to have the details to the best of your ability.
So this leads me to a question. Now, I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not in the insurance industry. I listen with you and I chat with you and I learn. Something that I have always done, and it's not that I've done this a lot, but when I'm in the market for a vehicle, say I find a 2015 Mustang and I want it. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to buy the car and then find out insurance. Don't most people, when they plan on a purchase, even a home, don't they shop for insurance ahead of time?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I think it's a good idea that if you're in the market for a vehicle and you're looking and you maybe have you're doing all the due diligence, you're looking at the math and making sure it's going to work within your budget for the payment of the car, the insurance implications are something to look at as well. So if you're really doing your due diligence, why not? Check that out. We encourage that. We offer that. We do that for a lot of folks. I do that for myself. So it's really not a bad idea because you don't want a sticker shock at the end. And it's interesting. We do find in the current market for purchasing property, there's more and more people using alternative financing or using cash, right? They're not going through the bank. And if you're not going through the bank, and even in some cases when they do go through a bank, they get to a point where they go, okay, now you need your insurance. And it's really late in the game. I'm talking less than 24 hours left before closing on this thing. And now you're in a mad scramble to get insurance. Not the right way to do it. Give yourself plenty of time. Again, going to go back to the vehicle. You've done the due diligence to see if these payments are going to work for you. With the building, you've done the due diligence to see if the building's going to work. Is it the right fit for what we're buying for our home or for our business? Can we afford it? What are we going to be able to do with it? You have a vision for what's going to happen? Make insurance part of that because you're going to want to have some opportunity to shop it. You don't want to be pigeonholed into one option because you waited too long. So earlier, the better. Details, they matter. Make sure you're giving full address. It's interesting, Jeff. People will change mailing addresses. People will change email addresses, phone numbers, and not give the information to us as an update. And I'm not saying they do it just to us. They do it properly to the cable company and the phone company and everybody. But those are big things to keep in mind because you don't want to be caught in a position where something has happened, especially in your insurance, where maybe it's canceled, but because none of your contact information is up to date, you have no knowledge of that. So details, they absolutely matter. As much information as you can give us, because again, we're rating you based on you and your exposure. And the more we know of your exposure, the better prepared we are to write your policy and not potentially find a problem.
So that leads me to another point, absolutely completely disconnected from cars.
Cool.
Okay. If a homeowner out there has a cooler set out at the end of their driveway with a handmade sign that says eggs, $3 a dozen, or if somebody's got canning. A lot of people put out canning for people to purchase, kind of supplement their income, right?
It's a great thing to do.
Now, this is important for the insurance company to know too, and that property owner to know.
More for the property owner. I mean, yes, the insurance company needs to know, but here's the thing. The insurance company is kind of already covered, and here's why. You've just turned something into a business exposure, and business exposure is specifically excluded on your policy. So the company doesn't really have a right to defend or a duty to defend if something was to happen, leaving you exposed. So your effort to make a little bit of a side hustle, rightfully so, take advantage if you can, could hurt you more than help you. So through that process, talk to your insurance company. Many insurance policies have the option to add a little bit of coverage to buy back, so to speak, that exclusion for that specific thing. So if you're selling eggs, if you're selling frozen meat, doing those kinds of things, then you certainly would have an opportunity to look and see if there's some coverage and some viable options to keep you protected.
Well, that all ties into our theme as we went into this, the differences in the details.
It really is.
Those are the kinds of details.
And I work with my staff all the time. Like, here are some tips and tricks on how to get the information we need if you feel that because it's not because people are trying to hide things. It's just not necessarily top of mind as to how to get us that information. So I think it's incumbent upon us as the agent to really work with them to get that information. So, because otherwise it's going to be a game of phone tag for the rest of the process, because we'll be calling you back, getting more information, or emailing and this and that. And it's going to be a back and forth where one fell swoop, we get what we need, we do what we need to do. Here's your options. It's a lot easier that way for everybody.
It is. And easy is peasy.
I like easy peasy.
All
Lemon
right.
squeezy even.
Tell them how to get in touch with you, Mike.
Give us a call, 748-5224. You can visit us on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency. And Jeff, real quick, not today, not tomorrow, but on Thursday the 19th, my little boy turns 11. So happy early birthday to Ethan, who will be 11 on Thursday.
Well, I'll make note of that, and we'll mention it during our birthdays.
Oh, that'd be awesome. He would love that.
All right. Good policies, part of Magic in the Morning on your Tuesdays, and music from Kelsey Ballerini coming your way.